What's up, adventurers? It's me, this King. Welcome to the world of Baldur's Gate 3. And I don't know why no one playing this build. I'm enjoying it lately, so let me show you how to demolish your enemies and almost never get hit at the same time, while doing incredible amounts of damage and basically having a lot of fun. So when you're creating character, it doesn't matter what race you pick, basically you can pick any race you like, because we're starting as fighter. Fighter gets proficiency in all armors and shields and weapons, so we don't care about anything else. For our fighter style of choice, it will be defense or great weapon fighting. Our main ability is strength, so we want to max it out as soon as possible. Because we will wear heavy armor, we don't need a lot of dexterity, so we can almost forget about this ability. Then our constitution, it will give us HP, so 14 is enough. Or you can go into 16 if you want more health, because we don't need any other abilities no matter what. That's the cool part about this build, basically allocate abilities as you wish. Level 2 fighter with additional action surge, you can use it to gain additional action, very cool. Third level, we're picking our subclass, it will be Battle Master, which gives us superiority dice to use our maneuvers. And for our build, we want to have Menacing Attack, our main maneuver. In case you will see enemies that it is hard to hit, Precision Attack is a nice choice. And again, just in case, you can use Pushing Attack. Another strong choices will be Disarming Attack to disarm your enemies, or Trip Attack to make them prone. That's basically everything you need to pick when you're leveling up, so that's maneuvers of choice. And level 4, that's where we're getting our feat. Our feat of choice on level 4 will be Pole Arm Master. First of all, we can make opportunity attack when target comes into our range, and also we will get ability to use bonus action to inflict damage with the backside of our weapon. On level 5 we get an extra attack from Fighter, of course. Level 6 will be Fighter again with additional feat from Fighter. That's where build comes online. With Pole Arm Master we add in Sentinel. Basically that's super common and basic build for D&D, which is a rule set for Baldur's Gate 3. But I haven't saw a lot of builds on YouTube for some reason with Pole Arm Master and Sentinel. But this build with this gear works really incredible. So Sentinel gives advantage on opportunity attacks. Now when target comes into range and we're attacking with Pole Arm Master, we're attacking with advantage. At the same time, when we're attacking with opportunity attack, enemy will be stuck in one place. And that's kind of main idea of the build. You want weapon that got extra reach. There's a lot of weapons like this. I will explain all loadout and what you want to equip on this character later, but for now, basically extra reach weapon just have increased range. And it's increased melee range, as you can see, it's pretty high. So when enemy comes into this range, you use an opportunity attack with advantage, and this enemy will be stuck in place. At the same time, on different enemies you can use Menacing Attack, because you got only one opportunity attack per turn. Other enemies can be disabled with Menacing Attack, which will do additional damage and also frighten your enemies, so they will be stuck in one place. And after you do a normal attack, basically on your enemy, you will have bonus attack with your bonus action, so you got usage of every action bonus action you got at this part of the game. So let's level up further. Level 7, it will be Fighter, we get additional maneuvers, so pick whatever you haven't picked before, Trip Attack and Disarming Attack for me. Actually, you don't need to disarm a lot of enemies before level 7, and right now it's nice to have this. And now we're getting our feat. So, feat of choice at level 8 will be Heavy Armor Master. First of all, it increases our strength by 1, and that's why we started with 17 into strength. Incoming damage from non-magical attacks will be decreased by 3. With a lot of heavy armors, you taking no damage at all. And then we're basically finishing leveling up our fighter. So level 9 fighter, level 10 fighter with additional maneuvers. Right now we completely don't care what you pick, so pick whatever you like. Level 11, very powerful one. You got improved extra attack, so now you can do 2 additional attacks instead of 1 with 1 action, very powerful. And also level 12, our final feat. It will be ability improvement plus 2 into strength to increase our damage and ability to hit targets. So build is ready, what we do and how we play. Also what gear to choose. First of all, our jewelry. Before the endgame, it doesn't matter what jewelry you will have on this character. In the endgame, you can pick something like this. Amulet of Greater Health. It will make your constitution score up to 23. So now you can completely dump your constitution, change your other abilities, and you will have really balanced and cool character. In early game you will find Ring of Protection, probably you will equip it by other classes, but basically anything that will increase your armor class, because you're not wearing any shield or other stuff, will be nice. Also because we're not taking a lot of damage, Ring of Regeneration is really okay, you will regain some health every turn, in case other characters like Cleric don't need it, you can equip it. Then our helmet. We got two choices here. Helm of Balduran is a really solid choice, it will heal you every turn, you will get +1 bonus to armor class, you can't be stunned, which is a really nice ability to have when you're kinda controlling fighter, and also you can't take a critical hit, also nice to save your health points. But there's another really strong choice that you can acquire before end game, because Helm of Balduran is really super late game helmet. So Bone Spike Helmet. It's helmet for barbarians, because when you rage, there's a lot of cool stuff going on, but we don't care about it. We can't range as fighter, but we can use this menacing attack melee. So that's completely free menacing attack that uses no superiority dice, and you can do it every turn with your action. So it do not have any additional damage like your superiority dice attacks. For example, menacing attack will have additional 1d10 damage. Still, it's a completely free action, uses no superiority dice, you can use it once per turn. So this helmet will save you a lot of dices, because you get 3 attacks in one turn, and it can be really easy to just use all superiority dices in one turn. You don't want it, so this helmet is really nice. For our cloak slot, pick whatever you like, so Cloak of Displacement will work. It will give disadvantage on attack rolls against you, it's already pretty hard to hit you with 20+ AC, and this will make it even harder. For armor slot, it will be any heavy armor that you like, that is super powerful, that you can find, but this armor is really nice because it gives you resistance to every physical attack possible. So as you can see, slashing, bludgeoning, piercing damage will be resisted, and you will take only half damage from these types of attacks, so you're really tanky guy. For our glove slot, I would go with the Gauntlets of War Master. Targets have disadvantage on saving throws against your maneuver and weapon actions, most importantly against our menacing attacks. So as you can see, we got this heightened maneuver, even with our menacing attack melee, without any superiority dices, very powerful stuff. It will be easy to frighten your enemies and basically make them stuck in one place. For boot slot, I will go with Boost of Persistence. That gives you freedom of movement for free basically, and the Long Strider is nice too. Freedom of movement, give you protection from difficult terrain, you can be paralyzed or restrained. Long Strider increases movement speed by 3 meters, insanely powerful stuff when you need to run a lot and chase your enemies. So, now most importantly, what weapons do we want? As I told you, you want weapons with extra reach. In the early game, I would suggest to go with Unseen Menace. This weapon is invisible. What does it mean? It means it has advantage on attack rolls and it scores critical hit when rolling 19. But it will lose this property for 2 rounds on missed attack roll. It will be really hard to miss, considering we got advantage. Still, you can do it, but weapon is really powerful. It got extra reach, it's two-handed, so why not? And then in the end game, you want to switch to Drakethroat Glaive, or just close it to the late game. First of all, this weapon is +2 enchantment, so it's got high chance to hit, it got higher damage, but most importantly, it got elemental weapon transmutation spell included. So you just equip this awesome spear glaive, and you will get access to this draconic elemental weapon. And this will add additional +1 to your attack rolls, and you will do additional damage with element of your choice. For example, cold weapon will do cold damage, fire weapon will do fire damage, and so on. So just cast it and you will get additional damage until long rest. Very powerful stuff. Also don't forget, it's not counting as deep in fire, so you can also dip your weapon in fire for additional damage. And also if you will roll on this additional Swans D4 something like 1, it will be rerolled. So as you can see, I rolled 1, it will be rerolled, and I rolled 4 for really nice damage. And don't forget, every maneuver attack can have a range version. So just in case you respect your character and you got pretty high dexterity, you can use Titan String Bow, for example, and do really nice damage with bow. It's not super powerful, but bow will take damage from your strength modifier, so it will be 1d8 plus 1 from enchantment plus your dexterity plus your strength for really nice damage output in case you can't hit your target with your spear. Most of the time you will be able to hit because the range is incredible. So how to play this scary dude? Let's go! Most fun fights will be against a low amount of enemies. 1-on-1 is actually preferred style of fighting. And everything we need to do is to just attack, and that's it basically. So let's go and have a fight. While you always can try to do your menacing attack, and I recommend going with menacing attack with your weapon, with your helmet I mean, yeah, that gives to you by your helmet. Also you can use disarming attack in case you want to make your enemy drop his weapons. You can make this enemy prone for one turn, so your allies will have advantage on attacks against this target, and you will get advantage on attacks against this target too. And also pushing attack, in case you want to push someone off the cliff or maybe far away from your allies. Most of the time you will think about your allies when you're fighting as this type of fighter, but actually most of the time you just do normal attacks if you're fighting like one enemy especially, and just spend all your attacks to inflict some type of damage, some amount of damage. Don't forget to use your bonus action, and this bonus action not only doing 1d4 action, 1d4 damage, sorry, but also adding your strength. So my strength is 22, it's plus 6 bonus. That's why even Polearm Cloud bonus action is really powerful attack. There can inflict some damage. And then all you need to do is to just get away a little bit from your target. We can see it in tactical view, so our circles clash with each other. We just need 1 meter away distance. It's more than enough actually. Something like that will work. So now our range covers all this area, and when enemy will try to walk, look what will happen. So she is coming, and we got Polearm Mastery Opportunity Attack. So we're using this attack, and enemy will be stuck in place. So as you can see, damage is really laughable. Basically, this lady doing 1d6 slashing damage. We are resistant to slashing damage, so it's only half. It's only 3 damage, and we reducing this damage by our magical plate, and additional reduction goes from heavy armor master feat, so we are basically receiving 0 damage. Coolest part, if enemy just walks to you, just walks, you know, nothing like special, enemy will be stuck in one place. Just look at this. Lady, come here, she's dashing. Now she's in our range, we're using our opportunity attack, and we're doing this damage. Now we can basically do our 3 attacks, our 4 attacks with bonus action, and then again we just making one little step away. This means basically any enemy can't come to us and can't do any harm. It's basically impossible to do damage to us, because to make some damage they need to have nice range. Yeah, of course it's only against melee weapons. But she got no range against us, so we can just make her stuck in one place and destroy her. And that's really tanky and cool dude who's doing nice amount of damage. 3 attacks in 1 turn, and also action surge, which gives you more attacks. So she's finished. Now she's orc. Let's do it one more time. And let's find a group of enemies. Oh, here we are, group of enemies. And against groups your actions is kinda same, just don't forget you want to make every enemy fear. And it's easy to do with these gloves. Gloves that gives enemies disadvantage on saving throws. So we will try to push this big guy. Let's do it. Okay, critical miss happens. One more time, please. Goodbye. It's really hard to push this guy, but with disadvantage it's easy. Then just make best position possible and make sure never use Pole Arm Master opportunity attack when you're entering a range of enemies. Some enemies got this feature, so just don't react. And now we can just use menacing attack with a lot of damage if we're using with superiority dice, so let's frighten this lady. It was easy and damage is nice. She's frightened. Now she will be stuck in place. We get no actions, so action search for even more attacks. Just no superiority dice, normal menacing attack. And that's Lucky with nice damage. She's frightened too. And now you can just chill in range of enemies, just a little bit outside of their range, I mean. So when they move, you will use your Pole Arm Master attack against them. But don't forget, these guys can't move because we just frightened them. Frightened enemies is not a problem, and also you got a lot of cool actions with this spear, with most of spears. Cliff is my favorite. You basically cliff enemies when they're nearby, and it's really easy with this playstyle to suck enemies nearby. Do this amount of damage, sometimes even critical hit them. Or if you're out of movement speed, for example, like I'm over here and I want to move closer to Steelwatcher, you can use Rush Attack. Not a lot of damage, but you can just skip some distance and travel around the battlefield. Throw in your actions, bonus actions, frightening your enemies, pushing them away. So really nice control from this type of fighter. Another cool way how to utilize this fighter is to help your teammates. For example, you can cast something like Cloud of Daggers or any other area of effect spells that will do damage every turn. So let's just do it. Cloud of Daggers on this lady, for example. Now she's taking some damage. And then you just need to come close and run away to provoke opportunity attack. If your fighter is nearby, it will force him to use Sentinel. And this will make this lady stuck in one place. Like these guys, they are frightened, they basically stuck in one place. And yeah, you can definitely do it other way. Just go and use your menacing attack against these targets and make them stuck in these danger zones. If they will be stuck here, they will take damage every turn basically, and will be destroyed really fast, like you see. Or just push enemies away to these danger zones to do even more damage. So that's the build. I hope you enjoyed it and you will have some fun playing this character. Sentinel Pole Arm Master is really classic in D&D, but in Baldur's Gate 3 he's looking awesome too. Thank you for watching and see you in the next videos, guys.